my kiddos. How are y'all doing today? I hope y'all had a great Easter, and I hope you stayed safe during the bad weather we had yesterday. This is a reading in the mornings with Miss Maiza. I am hoping that by Wednesday I'll have Lennon with me here to be able to read with you too, because I know y'all enjoy having him, and I enjoy him being here and reading with me. We have a good time. But this little segment is a little shorter than what our other lessons are, just kind of a little more laid back. We are going to have a purpose in doing it. It's going to be a review, but it's for all 3 grade levels. This is not grade specific. It's just some review that Miss Maiza wants to do with you guys. And you know I love reading to you, so that's part of why I wanted to do this. But our lesson today is going to deal with main idea. So I did go ahead and I took the standards out of 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and they're not quite the same, but pretty much I went with the 3rd grade one, and it says that we're going to determine the main idea of this text and explain how it is supported by key details. We're not really going to be summarizing the text, but that's the standard we're using. So what we can do by the time we get this done is to determine the main idea of a passage and give at least 2 details that support the main idea. That's what we want to be sure we do. All right, so let's talk really quickly about what the main idea is. All right, so the main idea is the most important point that the author wanted to prove. The main idea is the most important point that the author wanted to prove. Now, I have put some pictures up of some sheets that look like this, and your recording sheets. I hope your parents have printed those out. I'll be clicking these attaching these videos underneath there so that you will be able to read along with me, and we can work together on those. We're going to do one a day, Monday through Thursday this week. We are going to be working on main idea. So the first one we're going to be doing is the rock cycle. Okay, so let's just read the rock cycle. And what we're going to be doing, we have 2 questions. You should have your answer sheets, should look like this, should be on there as well. Okay. And so we're going to listen for what is the main idea of the passage, the rock cycle, and then we want to be able to give 2 details from the text that support the main idea. Okay, so that's what we're wanting to do. And it's just a short passage, so we'll be good. All right, so the rock cycle. It says, much like animals have a life cycle, rocks are formed through a sequence of steps or a cycle. The rock cycle starts with sediment or sand. When layers of sand harden or are compressed, a sedimentary rock is formed. When sedimentary rocks under the Earth's surface are exposed to extreme heat and pressure, a metamorphic rock is formed. When rocks at the center of the Earth are under so much heat that they melt, they become magma. The magma comes to the surface of the Earth through a volcano. When the magma cools, igneous rocks are formed, and over time, weathering and erosion will cause the igneous rock to break apart into pieces of sediment. The cycle can begin again. See, just a short passage. Okay, so what do you think the main idea of that passage was? What did it compare a rock cycle to? The animal's life cycle, right? And so that's one thing that they go through the same kind of different cycles that we do. So that's kind of where the main idea is at. I'm going to see if this will show up on the screen here. If not, I may end up having to write these out every day, and that's fine. So it says the main idea that rocks are formed through the main idea is that rocks are formed through a cycle or a sequence of events. Okay. All right, now, what are some details from the text that supported that main idea? Do you see some in there? What did it say the rock cycle started with? Sand or sediment, that's correct. All right. What happens when those layers of sand harden or are compressed? Sedimentary rock is formed, that's right. And what happens when that sedimentary rock is exposed to extreme heat and pressure? What happens? The metamorphic rock is formed. You'll see the cycle of how things are happening. All of these are details. All right. So, what happens when the magma cools? the igneous rock is formed. Then what does the erosion do? It breaks the igneous rock up into pieces of sand, and that's where the rock cycle starts back all over again, right? So you just had to choose 2 of those details. There you go. Just choose 2 of those that we talked about. We listed a whole bunch of them. All right, so there we go. And that's pretty much what we're going to be doing. So, did we determine the main idea, and did we give at least 2 details to support it? Yes, we did. Great job, guys. Miss Maiza will see you tomorrow. Oh, I almost forgot. You know, we try to do a fun activity. So, and I'm going to list these on this page as well, and I'll mention them during math. Here's what I want you to do. I'm going to do some drawing this week. That there are millions of fish in the sea. I want you to create your very own type of fish, give it a name, and create a home in the sea for your new type of fish. All right? I'll type this up on the page and you can see it so you'll remember what to do. But be sure your parents also know to go in and look at my lessons that I'm doing with iReady Reading and iReady Math so y'all can get some more review, and those are grade specific, okay? All right, guys, y'all be safe. Have a good day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.